Well, fasten your seatbelts, because what you're about to hear is the brutally honest, slightly unhinged, and incredibly funny TED Talk your love life never asked for, but desperately needs. Let's rip off the band-aid of mediocrity and dive into the sarcastic sea of wisdom. Congratulations, you're clueless. Let's fix that. You're about to discover the ultra-rare, government-classified, top-shelf level secret that most men will never know about attracting women. Like, ever. Seriously, if this knowledge were any more hidden, it'd be in a CIA vault behind a locked door labeled, "Do not touch, forbidden to mediocre dudes." But you're here, which means either A, you're desperate, B, you're curious, C, your last date ghosted you harder than Houdini on a sugar high, or D, all of the above. Whatever the case, by the time you finish this video, you'll know exactly how to talk to women, how to sneak into their minds, not literally, don't be weird, and how to make them mentally bookmark you like their favorite Netflix series. This is you, and this is her. And this is the giant, awkward silence sitting between you like an unwanted third wheel. So what the hell do you say? What should you talk about? And how do you go from, nice shoes to, she texts you first with heart emojis and unsolicited pictures of her cat? Great questions. Terrible execution, but that's why I'm here. Mistake number 1. Overthinking everything like it's a final exam first. Things first, stop treating conversation like you're defusing a bomb in a hostage situation. You're not trying to impress the Queen of England. You're just talking to a person with a face and feelings and possibly a weird obsession with astrology. The moment you obsess over the perfect thing to say, congratulations, you've already lost. You're now just a sweaty bundle of overthinking neurons trying to act natural while blinking twice a minute and forgetting how to move your arms. Solution? Change your perspective. She's not a goddess, bro. She's just a human with Wi-Fi. Here's a spicy truth burrito for you to chew on. She's not better than you. Yeah, I know, she's hot. Like scrolling through her Instagram for 30 minutes hot. But guess what? She still sneezes like a gremlin when no one's around, gets random pimples, and definitely has one drawer full of tangled wires and expired gum like the rest of us. So take her off the pedestal. Seriously. Push that thing over like a toddler playing Jenga. And if your brain is whispering, "But she's so beautiful," just repeat after me. She's just a human being. She poops. She overthinks texts. She probably has a weird dream about sharks once a month. Memorize that. Tattoo it on your ego if you must. It's not just superficial advice. It's essential if you ever want her to see you as an equal, not a desperate job applicant begging for validation in the form of an awkward laugh and maybe a pity date. Power shift. Perception is everything, even if you're faking it. Here's the next uncomfortable truth served with a side of sarcasm. You need to see yourself as the higher value person. Wait, don't panic. That doesn't mean becoming an arrogant jerk who quotes Andrew Tate and wears sunglasses indoors. Ew. It means owning your worth, not chasing approval, and acting like someone whose attention is a privilege, not a participation trophy. But how do I do that? Relax, Timmy. I'll explain. Just keep breathing. The female mind, welcome to the emotional roller coaster, no seatbelt required. When you're talking to a woman, her brain is doing two things: smiling politely on the outside, running a full diagnostic scan like the Terminator on the inside. You're being evaluated, and not like, is he cute? More like, is this man high value, emotionally stable, and biologically worthy of possibly ruining my peace? Her subconscious, that sneaky inner radar, is scanning you in real time to figure out if you're the right kind of guy or just another dude with too much cologne and a crypto podcast. Now, if you've seen other videos in this series, you already know this. Women are emotional beings. They don't fall for logic. They fall for vibes, for feelings, for energy. You could be a Nobel Prize winner, but if you text LOL after every message like a broken robot, game over. PSA, don't be mad at biology, it doesn't care about you. Let's get real. Women don't choose who they're attracted to. They don't not choose either. Attraction just happens, like gravity or pineapple on pizza. It's unconscious, which means her radar, not her logical brain, is driving the car. And that radar is old, like caveman level old. It doesn't speak in LinkedIn profiles or gym stats. It speaks in, do I feel something when I'm around him? So if you've ever watched a smart, independent, beautiful woman fall for a guy who smells like vape and lies about his height on Tinder, congratulations. You've witnessed the radar overriding her logic like a toddler grabbing the wheel of a moving car. Her inner monologue. I know he's a bad idea. I know he'll cheat. But he leaned back in his chair like he owned the place. Why is that hot? The attraction radar. Her brain's personal airport security. I want you to visualize this. Every time you speak to her, a little subconscious radar activates inside her mind. BZZ. It's scanning you. Not for cavities, not for job titles. It's scanning for vibes, for dominance, for confidence, for that weird but sexy mix of, I don't need you, but I'm still intrigued by you. If you trigger the radar in the right way, her conscious brain doesn't stand a chance. It's just a passenger at that point. That's how you get her thinking about you at 2 a.m. for no logical reason, while her best friend screams, he's a red flag. And she's like, yeah, but like a cute red flag? Oh, before we go any further, if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed yet, you're basically telling your future self, nah, I'd rather stay single and emotionally confused forever. But hey, free will's a thing. Smash that subscribe button before your radar flatlines. You'll thank me later when you stop scaring women off with awkward compliments about their eyebrows. Oh, you brought snacks? Because we're about to feast on some truth nuggets that might make your inner nice guy scream like a kettle on max heat. Let's dive into part 2 of our TED Talk meets sarcastic life coaching journey into the female attraction matrix, where body language matters more than your credit score, and leaning back is apparently the key to her heart. First, let's trigger the internet. Real quick. Here comes a line so controversial it might cause spontaneous eye rolls from everyone with a sociology degree. Every girl in the world, from the moment she's born, has one primary goal in life: to find the right man. Yes, that was said. Breathe. Stretch. Shake it off. Now, before you go full keyboard warrior or start printing feminist flyers, relax. We're not saying women can't launch rockets, win Nobel Prizes, or become prime minister of a country and a side hustle queen on Etsy. But behind the lab coat, the space helmet, or the clipboard full of Excel spreadsheets, there's still a biological blueprint whispering, find emotionally stable provider with strong jawline and mysterious aura. This isn't societal pressure. This is primal stuff. The same reason cats randomly sprint at 3 a.m., or why men over 40 suddenly become obsessed with World War II documentaries. It's biology, baby. The radar returns. Judgment Day. So let's talk about her internal radar again. You remember, right? The subconscious system inside her brain that scans every guy like TSA scans you when you forgot to take off your belt and suddenly everyone behind you hates your guts. This radar is always on, always scanning, always judging. And here's the spicy part. She's not choosing you. Her radar is. You don't win her with logic. You don't earn her with a well-rehearsed speech about your job in IT. You activate her radar. And the radar, my friend, is cold. It doesn't care about your GPA or your Spotify playlists. It cares about vibes. More specifically, do you behave like someone who's better than her? Or like someone trying to win her approval like a golden retriever with abandonment issues? The high-low value dance. Who's the alpha now? Her radar wants contrast, dynamic, polarity. So it's scanning for status clues, and not the I have a Rolex and own a yacht kind. We're talking behavioral status, the nonverbal stuff. The kind that screams, I've seen things, I've lived, and no, I won't compliment your eyebrows just because they're symmetrical. If you treat her like she's better than you, her radar puts you in the nice try bin. If you act like she's your equal, you get a, maybe. But if you subtly and authentically behave like you're better, her radar goes, bingo, we got him. I know. I can hear you already. Isn't that manipulative? Nope. It's confidence. Unless you're pretending. In which case, yes. But we're going to help you not be fake, just better. Body Language 101. Or how not to sit like a nervous chihuahua. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Or rather, the stiff, fidgety guy in the room who looks like he's holding in a sneeze and a panic attack simultaneously. Body language. The silent symphony of attraction. You've probably Googled this and found 97 contradictory opinions like, keep your chin up, never cross your arms, don't put your hands in your pockets unless you're French. Forget all of that. Seriously. Delete the browser history, clear your mind, and get ready for the real body language playbook, the one that actually works. Rule number 1, stop leaning in like you're trying to sniff her shampoo. Leaning in is the physical equivalent of saying, "Please love me." It's desperate. It's awkward. It screams, "I watch dating advice on YouTube while eating cold noodles." Instead, lean away. Yeah, do less. Be chill. Sit back like you've got a yacht docked outside and a golden retriever named Crypto. This subtle shift tells her radar, oh, he's not chasing me. He might actually have options. He might even forget my name. Intriguing. Rule number 2, the art of the strategic walkaway. Here's a move so savage it should come with a warning label. When she says something disinterested, like, "I'm not really looking for anything right now," your response is, "I know, I'm probably too much for you to handle. You're way too much of a nice girl anyway." And then you start walking away. Mic drop. Scene change. This isn't ghosting. It's ghosting's cooler cousin, the fadeaway flex, TM. Hot girls aren't used to this. They're used to guys sticking around like emotional support squirrels. So when you walk away, she'll either chase you, call you back, or suddenly realize you're not one of the needy masses who orbit her like flies on Instagram. Rule number 3, the alpha sit, otherwise known as how would you sit next to Beyoncé? Okay, time for some theater of the mind. Imagine you're sitting next to someone powerful, someone important. Elon Musk, Oprah, Gordon Ramsay, a mafia boss named Lorenzo. How would you sit? Probably stiff, formal, slightly terrified. You'd be nodding like a bobblehead, smiling too much, sitting up so straight your spine files a complaint. Now, picture yourself sitting next to your best friend from high school, the one who once dared you to eat ketchup on cereal. How would you sit now? Probably slouched, legs out, casual, maybe even scratching something you probably shouldn't in public. Here's the magic. The person with the higher perceived value sits more comfortably. Boom, mind blown. If you're trying to impress someone, you get uncomfortable. If you are the prize, you relax. Simple. So next time you're talking to a girl, sit like you're at home. Comfortable. Chill. You're not auditioning for a seat at her table. She's lucky you even showed up. Comfort equals confidence, always. The secret sauce? Don't care how she perceives you. The second your brain whispers, "Am I sitting weird?" you've lost. Because now you're performing. You're not being. And her radar can smell insecurity like sharks smell blood in the water. Put your hand in your pocket if you want. Stretch your leg out like you're waiting for popcorn. Lean back like you're judging the voice auditions. If it's comfortable to you, it projects value. And that is the only thing her radar actually registers. Up next, how to talk like a legend without sounding like a podcast bro. Coming in part 3. We move from body language to verbal sorcery. How to steer conversations like a charismatic pirate captain. The 50-30-20 rule that makes you look effortless and alpha. And how to talk about yourself without sounding like you're pitching a startup. Oh. And don't forget, if you're still not subscribed, you're basically choosing to get rejected for free when you could be getting rejected with swagger and style. Tap that button. It's cheaper than therapy. All right, my fearless romantic gladiator. We've made it to the final act of this absurdly accurate dating comedy special. This is the part where most people give up, but not you. Oh no. You've read this far, which means you're either taking notes or you're stuck in an airport with nothing else to do. Either way, welcome to the finale. Step 1. Sit like you own the sofa, or the entire planet. Let's recap. If you want to put your hand in your pocket, do it. If you want to stretch your leg out like a sleepy lion, go for it. If you want to lean back like you're judging people on a talent show, be my guest. The golden rule here is this: be comfortable. Because when you're comfortable, you project power. And when you're awkwardly adjusting yourself every 5 seconds like your chair is made of cacti, guess what? That becomes your entire personality. Women don't care whether your left knee is at a 90-degree angle. They care whether you seem like the kind of guy who's not secretly auditioning for her approval, like it's the season finale of The Bachelor. So the next time you talk to a girl, don't sit like you're in church during confession. Sit like you're in your own damn movie trailer. Life advice disguised as dating advice. And here's the twist. This isn't just about women. It's about you, my posture-challenged champion of potential. Stop contorting your body, your voice, your humor, your entire identity to impress anyone. Friends, bosses. Yoga instructors. That guy Chad with the jawline of a Greek statue. Be comfortable. Be real. Be slightly unpredictable. Because comfort equals confidence. And confidence? That's attraction gasoline. From sitting to spitting game, let's talk conversation. Alright, now that you've mastered how to sit like royalty, let's talk about what the hell to say. Here comes the sacred formula, passed down by the sarcastic sages of dating wisdom. 50% her, 30% randomness, 20% you. Wait, shouldn't I be talking about myself more? Only if you want to sound like a TED Talk nobody asked for. Let me explain. 50% her, the therapist technique. Without the degree. Yes, half of the conversation should be about her. Why? Because if you talk about yourself too much, you sound like a guy trying to win a job interview at her heart. And trust me, she's not hiring. Imagine going on a date with someone who only talks about themselves. I'm a certified scuba instructor. I just closed a real estate deal. I speak 4 languages. I meditate. Boring. Tell me your weirdest fear and how many Hot Pockets you've eaten in one sitting. That's how people connect. So ask her about her childhood, her weird habits, her toxic relationship with astrology. Get deep, but with curiosity, not clinical detachment. Pro tip, if you want to stand out, listen like a therapist. That means nod like you care, ask thoughtful follow-ups, and avoid saying, that's crazy, 75 times like a malfunctioning soundboard. 30% cheese, nonsense, and random commentary. Now for the spicy middle. 30% should be about the world, the moment, or whatever your brain spits out like a slot machine on mushrooms. Seriously? Say anything. Talk about the guy wearing socks with sandals across the bar. Make fun of your drink like it's underqualified. Invent a fake backstory for the bartender. The goal here is not to be logical. It's to be comfortable in chaos. Imagine you're slightly tipsy on a lazy Tuesday, sitting with your best friend and trying to make each other laugh until one of you chokes on fries. That's the energy. That's the vibe. Why? Because when you act like you don't need to impress her, you impress her. Funny how that works, huh? 20% you, but make it mysterious and ridiculous. Here's where most men crash and burn. They think talking about themselves means telling their greatest hits album. So I built my own business by 23 and once saved a puppy from a burning building while bench pressing a Prius. No, that makes you sound like a resume. Here's the real power move. Talk about yourself, but make fun of yourself while doing it. Tell the story about how you confidently walked into the wrong bathroom, or how you once texted your boss thinking it was your crush, or how you cried at the ending of a Pixar movie and blamed it on allergies. Self-deprecating humor equals bulletproof charm. It shows you're secure. You're not seeking approval, and you've got enough confidence to not try so hard. The mystery effect. Give them a puzzle, not a brochure. The other half of your 20%? Mystery. No, that doesn't mean faking an accent and wearing a trench coat. It means not revealing everything all at once. Women don't want your entire personality in one info dump, like a poorly written dating profile. They want breadcrumbs, layers, plot twists. When she asks where you work, say, "Hold up, Speedy Kitten. We just met and you're already launching an HR investigation?" Playful, intriguing, slightly chaotic, perfect. Some more examples. Her. What are you doing this weekend? You. Something exciting and vaguely illegal. Can't say more without a lawyer. Her. What's your name? You. I'll give you 3 guesses and a chocolate if you get it right. It's flirty. It's fun. It's effective. The final boss. The test. TM. Just when you think you're doing great, she hits you with a test. Maybe she rolls her eyes. Maybe she disagrees with you. Maybe she says, "You're kind of full of yourself, aren't you?" Cue the dramatic music. This is it. The moment. Most guys panic. They fold faster than a cheap lawn chair. They start apologizing, explaining, defending. Do not fall into that trap. That test? It's not rejection. It's a probe. Her radar is poking you like, is this confidence real? Or is this guy just another puppy in a leather jacket? Your job? Stay cool. Shrug it off. Joke it off. Laugh it off. Because when she sees that even under pressure, you're still you, boom, attraction locked in. Whew, you made it. You sat comfortably. You talked like a legend. You became a slightly mysterious, charming menace to the dating world. And all without quoting cheesy pickup lines or pretending to like Coldplay. So if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Seriously, it's free, it's fun, and it'll save you from ever again texting WID and wondering why she ghosted you. Hit subscribe or continue flirting like a potato. Your call.